Hey, ladies and gentlemen, and thanks so much for joining me for another episode of On the Couch with Fouch. We are in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. We are here for the National Quartet Convention, and I ran into Santa Claus. So Santa Claus has joined me for the On the Couch with Fouch episode, which I'm extremely excited about because I didn't know Santa Claus was a Southern gospel music fan.
Absolutely. A long time. As a matter of fact, we go back to 1999, Singing News Magazine, Rick Francis. Even Santa loves Southern gospel music. Very nice article, wonderful article.
So basically 15 years that we know of, Santa Claus has been a Southern gospel music fan.
Goes back long before that.
That's awesome. So I've met you before, but I ran into you here while we were at the convention.
I'm checking my list.
And okay, so he's making his rounds here, and I said, you know what? It would be so cool if we had Santa Claus on the couch with Fouch. So I put out the picture of us, and I asked the question for y'all to submit your questions, and we had a great turnout of questions from you guys, and you have some wonderful questions for Santa Claus. But the first thing I noticed is that you're not in your red suit.
No, sir. It's too warm here for that.
That makes sense. That does make sense.
Even had to leave Rudolph back at the North Pole. It was too warm for him also.
That is amazing. And I understand, it's actually a little warm for a suit and tie.
Yes, sir.
But, we wear a suit and tie, but mainly we're inside, during the event. But, so I'm so excited that I'm getting to interview you that I'm a little nervous.
I thought you'd never ask.
I've never really been nervous for an interview before until now, because Santa Claus, we go way back to basically every year that I've been alive.
Well, when you was just a baby. Now, I may have some questions for you before it's over with, so.
Oh boy.
But anyway.
Yeah, until then, I just have a few questions about you and Southern gospel music.
All right.
So first off, there were several people who asked some questions about you and your love for Southern gospel music.
Mm-hmm.
So who is your favorite Southern gospel music group?
Well, nothing against Legacy 5, because
No.
I love you guys too.
Yes.
But Triumphant Quartet, those guys I go to church with, so I just love Triumphant and all the guys. Saw Scotty on our stage at church singing when he was just a little guy. So
Gotcha.
love the guys.
I understand. So then that probably, my next question was going to be, who is your favorite bass singer? So I'm guessing it'd be Eric Bennett.
Well, I was proud to see him win the award today.
So
There again, nothing against you, but
I don't take it to heart.
I love what you did.
Thank you. Well, how
Not
can
bad
you?
running second there, mate.
Well, how can you really be offended when Santa Claus, he still says he likes what you do and enjoys your music. So if Santa Claus likes your music, then you can't really be offended even if you're not his, first option.
That's true.
First favorite, I guess you could say.
I'm thinking, after people ask me, what do I want for Christmas? I always say a day of rest the day after, but hopefully I'll see you New Year's Eve.
Oh yeah.
Over in Nashville. We'll
So-
put in a plug for that.
Well,
also.
and by that time you'll be all done with all the present
Yes, sir.
deliveries.
But then I'll start checking my list all over again.
Going towards next year. So I'm going to get to the questions that the
Okay.
people submitted that they want to know from you. Chad Shepard would like to know, has he been a good boy this year?
Well, and I can relate back for him, let's see, on May 31st of this year, he was a little iffy that day. And if we want to go on up, maybe July 14th. But we won't go any further than that. Other than that, he's been pretty good.
Well, I appreciate you not telling what he did, just
Well,
saying
no,
he
we best
had a
better
couple
not
little
do that.
problems there. Chad, you've been a bad boy on 2 days this year, but is he still going to get something nice?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Could have been nicer, though. but-
Excellent. So this next year, 2015, you'll have to make sure that every day you're being good.
That's what it takes. I give people a little break between Christmas and New Year's, but New Year's
After that.
January 1st, shape up.
That's awesome. Very cool. So Eric Eldridge wants to know, since you see him when he sleeps, does he snore?
Well, there have been times. Now, he's not a real bad snorer, but once a year is the only time I get to see him, and he might be all concerned about it being Christmas Eve. and maybe he's not sleeping well, so
Yeah.
you know that might let off the snoring or let up on the snoring a little bit.
Yeah. So he does snore. Just a little. Just a little. Okay. So whatever you got to do to fix the snoring issue, you know, do what you got to do. And you know, is there anything you could give him possibly as Santa Claus? Could you give him anything to help him with his snoring?
Maybe I could bring him some of those clips to put over your nose.
There you go. Solve the problem. The next question comes from Chris Taylor, and he's with the Taylors, which you've heard them sing.
Yes.
And he wants to know, how do you visit every house in the entire world in just one night?
Time zones.
Time zones.
That helps. Yes, time zones. You know, you've got different time zones all across the world, and couldn't make it without the different time zones.
Right. That makes sense.
Rudolph.
And Rudolph.
Yes.
So that makes sense. There's your answer. Ross Carter would like to know, how old are you?
Well, I've been around a long time. Like I say, I used to bring you presents when
Right. You brought me presents.
Used to bring him presents when he was just a small child, and we can relate back to maybe 1822,
Okay.
and that's when the legend of Santa Claus
You're getting to be
officially began.
almost 200 years old.
Yes, and I'm feeling it.
You know, there's a lot of people in the Bible that live that long, but
That's true.
you know, nowadays you just don't hear many 200-year-old people. But I'm glad you are here with us at, you know, in
Well,
gospel music and at National Quartet Convention.
this
200, almost 200 years old.
This type of thing at NQC, it rejuvenates the soul. You know, and
that's right.
That helps a lot.
That is right. Next question is from Julia Goodman, and I go to church with Julia Goodman,
Okay.
and she
Bless
wants
her heart.
she wants to know, do you like carrots or do you prefer cookies?
Prefer cookies. The carrots are for the reindeer.
Carrots are for the reindeer. That makes sense to me. And then the next one is from Jennifer Bennett's 8-year-old daughter,
Uh-oh.
and she wants to know, do you eat all of the cookies?
Well, the majority of them. I mean, you can tell here a little bit that you know, it's been a while since Christmas, so I'm looking forward to getting those cookies again. Chocolate chips, good. You know, I mean, you can't go wrong with chocolate chip
So
cookies.
would you say chocolate chip is your favorite cookie to get on Christmas night?
Yes, unless you got some chocolate oatmeal cookies laying around.
So Jennifer Bennett, for your 8-year-old daughter, maybe you guys could make some
Chocolate oatmeal.
chocolate oatmeal cookies. That's what he
Delicious.
likes. Now, when you wash down the cookies, do you have a preference on milk?
White or chocolate, either one.
And 1%, 2%, whole,
2% would be good.
2%?
Yes.
2% white milk or chocolate, either
Yes,
way. Okay.
Either way.
There you go. Now you know. Steve Harney is actually my father-in-law,
Okay.
and he submitted a question, and he would like to know, do you smell of beef and cheese?
Well, you'll have to answer that for me.
Not tonight. Not tonight. And
Chicken salad tonight.
there's no beef and cheese at the National Quartet Convention.
Not that I've come across yet, anyway.
Darla, this is fun. I love it. Darla Cromwell would like to know if she was a good kid.
As a kid, yes.
Okay. What happened?
Well, that's what I've been wondering. She needs to work on it a little bit.
Okay.
But all in all, you know, I mean, I'll give her a B plus maybe. So.
Okay. And okay, so the whole thing about getting coal in your stocking.
Well, that does happen because you've got to be good to get the nice present, and the better that you are, the nicer the present. So you know. I mean,
So how bad does someone have to be to get coal in their stocking?
well, how do
Because that's
you-
what everyone wants to know.
How do you grade yourself 3 years ago, whenever you got the coal in your stocking? I mean,
That was a rough year.
well. See there, you know, you just need to work on the being good part.
Okay, well, there's really no grade. You just got to try your best to be good, and you won't get the coal. And Lynn Dunn wants to know,
Oh my goodness, I know.
before you became Santa Claus, what did you do?
I've always been Santa,
There you go, Lynn.
and I always loved Southern
Always
gospel.
been. Always enjoy Southern gospel music. And now it's time for my favorite part of the program, and you probably know all the answers to these, but it's time for the Fouch Zone. All right, you have a
That
certain
sounds
amount of
dangerous.
questions, and you have an unspecified amount of time to answer these questions. You're probably going to already know the answers before I even ask the question, but here we go anyways.
Yes, no, yes. Oh,
Who has more vocal sounds, a cat or a dog? Time. City with the most Rolls Royces is Time. Almonds are a member of what family? Time.
Nuts.
How many muscles do humans use in speech?
3.
And the world's most shoplifted book is? Time. How do you think you did?
I think I failed on those questions.
So let's give you a chance to actually answer the questions, okay? Who has more vocal sounds, a cat or a dog?
Well, a dog, when he's howling, can really stir up things.
Well, a cat has over 100 vocal sounds it can make. A dog has 10.
He's asking me. He
This,
already knows the
this is just
answers.
according to internet statistics
Oh,
and stuff,
okay.
you know. The internet always tells the truth.
If it's on the internet, you got to believe it.
It's
right?
true, that's right. The city with the most Rolls Royces, you said England?
Yes.
Well, England is not a city,
Europe or-
but Hong Kong is a city, and it
that
has
part
the
of
most
England?
Rolls Royces. Almonds are a member of what
The nut
family?
family.
Actually, the peach.
Oh,
Peach family. Interesting. And how many muscles do humans use in speech? Your guess was 3.
well, I'll say 72.
Santa. How did you know 70? Did you? Santa is a cheater. Oh my goodness.
Just one time.
Just one. So what are you going to get in your stocking this year, Santa?
Uh-oh, sound like coal now, doesn't it?
And the last one, the world's most shoplifted book is what?
I was going to say the Bible.
Yeah, it is. It's the most.
That's sad, but if
whatever.
it helps
Yeah.
the people that's taking it, if they'll just sit down and read it, A+ to them.
The Bible is the most shoplifted book, and it's also, I believe, the most reproduced or the most purchases.
I
But,
know we're running down here, but what do you want for Christmas this year?
oh man, I was kind of hoping you wasn't going to ask me, but this year I'm really, really looking forward to a new suit.
I'll see what I can do about that.
Do you know what size I wear?
Well, it's about a 42,
Ish.
38.
42-ish. I used to be a 42 until I ate all those cookies before you did.
Oh, that's what happened with those cookies. at
That's
your house,
right.
huh?
So I'm looking forward to my suit, and I prefer a black one this year.
Okay.
If you can handle that. It's actually a 44 long, and I can have it tailored. And
My favorite color.
I wore my red tie for
No,
Santa Claus
thank
tonight.
you. I
So
appreciate that.
I have so much enjoyed interviewing you, Santa Claus.
I have the same.
I have enjoyed everything that you've brought me over the years, and I look forward to everything you bring me in the future and everything you bring my little boy. He's 2.5 now, so he's really going to love Christmas this year, and I know that whatever you bring him, he will absolutely adore.
Okay.
Can you tell me real quick what you're going to bring my son Grayson?
Well, there will be a little car that he can ride in. And, you know,
If
one-
I could
one
make-
of the pedal cars.
Well, if you could go ahead and go a step higher and get one of those electric ones that he can actually push the
Oh.
button and drive, he loves those.
Well, I can put in that request today.
Ford Mustang
See what
convertible
happens.
as well.
Oh, okay.
If you can.
Okay.
So-
And we won't even go back to talk about March 22nd about you from this year, so we'll just pass on that.
Yeah, March 22nd. Wasn't a good day. So, Santa, thank you so much, buddy.
You're quite welcome.
I
Enjoy
appreciate
it.
your time.
God bless.
Hope you guys have enjoyed On the Couch with Fouch. Check out the videos the first of every month. God bless you, and we'll see you next time.